Stadium. A day full of college football has been great, but there's something special about a Saturday night game. It's the Stanford Cardinal and the Miami Hurricanes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
The Cardinal head coach told me before the game they have been waking their players up early all week long to make sure they are prepared for the time change. Coming from the West to the East Coast can always be a little bit of a challenge, but they have done a ton of research to make sure their players have the best habits and are ready to perform at their highest level here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. So Stanford's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. And here comes Darian Mensah, the incoming transfer out of Duke. And what a duel this should be. Two of the best quarterbacks in the country. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's got him. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. The sure hands, it's Lofton. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Finds his big tight end. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The officials stop play here as they check on the injured Cardinal player. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Wait just a second. There is a flag on the play. If this is on the defense, it could be a first down. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. They'll try to run it with Brown. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to bully their way in. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Mensah. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they have the first points of the game.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they closed it going up top for the final few inches and the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Stanford's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the freshman quarterback who has certainly outperformed his recruiting ranking. A recruit this coaching staff really was much higher on than a lot of the services, and man, did that pay off as he won the job to start the season. The run inside. It's Ford. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. On target. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, when we talk Miami and their ability to throw it, it all starts and ends with Malachi Tony. What he did on some of the biggest stages a year ago as a true freshman, right? He just had that game-breaking speed. You just want to find ways to get this young player the football because he's a home run waiting to happen. They've got a lot of other talent surrounding him, but he is the focal point of their ability to throw him the rock.
And I can't tell you how impressed I was with him. And not just catching the football, not the short stuff, the long stuff, the blocking. Like the consummate pro. That kid came in as a freshman and looked like he was a 21-year-old veteran. Like, I can't wait to watch his steps to see if he continues to grow and get better. Because the start was at a high level, as in one of the best in all of college football.
The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to move them on the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the counter play. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. It's complete to the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Canes!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We've reached the end of the quarter and Miami is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle.
Number 94 set to kick this one away.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Scanning the field, it's Rose. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Stanford with a lot of options here on second and short. Back to pass. That's reeled in, it's Ford. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get it through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ford.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
They'll try to run for it. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Got it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Stanford now has it in the red zone. Pulls it on the option. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I like the run there. The offense doesn't have to press. They've got some time still left before the half. And more importantly, they've got to cut into this lead. They're down a couple of scores. This would be enormous. The locker room will feel so different if they can punch this in for a touchdown before the half.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it up.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Stanford! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Motion from the wideout. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down, using the quick game. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
It's complete. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field to score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. This is a designed run. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff for Brown. Maybe a crease. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. Here's Mensah to throw. Complete. Could not make his way to the corner. And the Canes will hustle to the line. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And they head to the locker room, 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 22 team, the SMU Mustangs. And it's the Seminoles, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Hard Rock Stadium. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Just about set to get this second half underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. Looking to pass, it's Rose. Catch in the middle, it's Hall. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There he goes. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Trying the left side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. They get to him as he throws. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Throwing, Mensah. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. And the Canes will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Stanford could choose to go for it all here on 2nd and inches. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Rose. fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Trying to escape and get it himself. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another 1st down. They'll go to the counter. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. The draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Lofton. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work for the 1st down in the final period of this one. They'll move the wide receiver. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. A give to Brown. Could be an alley. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, it's Brown again. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll move the tight end. They'll give it to Brown. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. He'll pull it on the read. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Mensah. Fires deep toward the end zone. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. To the air, it's Rose. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown.
you just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Slings it downfield. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Hand off for Brown. There's some room. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make...
Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Now on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Rose. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. This time he wants to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Snagged out of the air. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
He'll do it himself. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal for the offense. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Stepping to the right. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew he was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple of yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Back to pass, it's Rose. Buys a little time with his feet. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Pringle. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Again, it's Brown. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the returner is stopped. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. Still running at the 40. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll set up to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go around.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.